Alright, we're back. Look at that. Laser antenna installation over Triton. We finally made it there, and we made it back. Let's go check on the laser antenna. Okay, well, these stairs don't go up. We need to fix that. Go all the way. Oh, no, there's not even room there. Here we go. Let's check on the laser antenna. There she is. And she is pointed right up at .46 kilometers away. Line of sight. Now, I wonder if we could put a grating or something in there. But there she is. We made it there safely, and we made it back safely. It took several trips, but we finally have a shuttle that is able to escape Triton's orbit. So let's talk about the shuttle. So we added an additional engine to it, 2 of them, to be able to get us up into the atmosphere. We peaked at 8 kilometers and could get no higher. So we added the 3rd pair, and well, on our 2nd attempt we added additional batteries to help get us up there. But that was that took a little bit of effort. So that got us up here. Talk about fixing this thing, clean it up a little bit. And the answer is we really can't. We need that extra tank. We can run the tank in here, but then the problem is the thrusters. Can we bring that engine? See, because that guy can go back here on the back end on the tail as a tail thruster, but here we would need some way to put the 2 of them side by side. Now they have connectors on both sides, so as long as we can get one hooked up. But then like it feels like that connection would be a little flimsy. Just waiting for a little bit of a bump to knock it apart. You know, you would think the sign that says welcome aboard would be much that would be lower. Gracious. Alright. So, it's working. But how to make it better. Okay, so do we need the tank? Let's do some quick ciphering. When we got to space, we had 70% storage left. So let's do some numbers here. So we have a 500 tank that gave us 350. Let's do so a 500 tank gave us 350. No, 600, so it gave us 300. The second 500 tank gave us 300. So right off the bat, we already exceeded 1 tank in reserves, or what we consumed. So we consumed 2 tanks, 400. We could get rid of that tank, but we need that other engine. And problem with that other engine is if we remove it, or if we remove the tank, and the burn rate gets a little heavier. I mean, that's a tough call there. That's a tough call there. Do you really want to be taking a trip up? And what if there's an issue with the ice production up there? We have no reserve. Now coming back, we came back with 70%, so I mean, it's even less of an issue coming back. But again, if somebody's trying to be real cautious and they're doing a lot of braking because they don't want to burn up, do we want to force them? But let's work on its dock, because its dock goes over here. So I want to have they make it the visitor/welcome center.
Sleeping. I just.
Hey, there you are. Good morning.
On stuff.
How you doing?
Yeah, okay.
So we have a laser antenna in space.
Nice.
We also cleaned up all the antennas that were in orbit around VTS. Apparently we had a ship duplicated that got cleaned up also.
Okay.
So, or someone captured it and forgot about it. I mean, because the thing was floating like a kilometer away.
Yeah.
But, it's been 3.5 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I just jumped on.
So I put the laser antenna in ops and made the little borehole out the sides for the clean path of sight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's at an odd angle, so I'm not worried about any debris falling through it. And I'm wondering if we could put a piece of glass in front of it or something, if needed.
Yeah. Does the laser antenna? I thought it always had to be at a I thought it always had to be like at a certain. It had to change angles, or is it always just going up to a space station that's fixed?
No, it goes to GPS point to GPS point. So when you go to the laser antenna, it gives you two options. It says, "Hey, would you like to copy my GPS coordinates to tell the other antenna?" And then it says, "Hey, would you like to paste the coordinates in here of the other antenna?" And as soon as you paste it in, it changes its direction to track to that position, and then that's how it follows.
Okay. Well, I started up the auto miner again, trying to get the little space hollowed out for Calum's ship.
I saw that.
It's working okay. This bigger one is doing a lot better than the other ones.
So let's get your design opinion over here. So the shuttle went back and forth into space, so I'm putting its hangar down permanently over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make the visitor's entrance exit sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Up on space, it's a left and right side set of double airlocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to think, down here, do I want to do something more elaborate, like you have to walk underneath the landing area to come up in medical? Something to make it look more interesting.
That's a cool idea.
So that when we're done with this and we do the final video and you give a tour, it becomes, "Hi, welcome." So you come in from space, you come down on the shuttle, through this hatch in the top, so that you don't interfere with regular traffic. And then once you land, you've got to go over to medical to get cleared. And the way you get there is, because if I make it underground, I could take a whole group of these merge blocks and change them into either grates or glass. Just a suggestion. Not sure how cool it would be.
No, I like the idea of like having to go through medical before you can come in, like getting decontaminated, basically.
Yeah. But the way to get from here to medical, because medical's over there, because I can't really put it in the ceiling.
Energy low.
Although I could make it a walkway on the back end. I'm just thinking like that limits the building a little bit. Because if you come around the back side, it takes you past, you know, the drill wall and stuff. Or the, man, we have a lot of reds out there. Just want to point out that fact.
Oh yeah.
And I said it last night after we came back, because, you know, 3 of us just took a 100-kilometer trip. You know, that is a recipe for...
Oh yeah. You guys got so many things going right now.
Yeah. But I don't want to do it underground to make it not visible. But, I mean, I could do it overhead, because really, how many things should be flying, you know, nothing should really be flying along the shipyard.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be a back wall to this thing, or some sort of... Like, I don't know where to put it, and I think if I figure out where to put it, that'll help me. Because, like, if I go over to the international airport, you know, where you land is very different from where you pick up your baggage and go get checked in through customs. You know, because the international airport is designed that, you know, 300, 400 passengers are there for a long time, as they take everybody through sometimes a very slow screening process. You know, unlike a domestic flight where you hop out of the plane and keep on walking. Plus, it'll give me a chance to put up a couple of LED signs like "Welcome to Triton." And I was figuring on the outbound side, it would allow me to put up a couple of LEDs that said things like, you know, continue re-enlisting, you know, re-enlistment bonus for extending your stay here on Triton. You know, sort of propaganda in the hallway. And do you have to go through medical to get cleared to leave? Or if you leave, do you just hop on the thing and go?
Yeah. I don't know. Either way is really cool.
If I put it in the ceiling, I could build an elevator. You know, I could take an elevator here on the back side of where I have the current lift.
Yeah.
I could put an elevator in there that takes you up to, you know, where we have your beams going across. I could put a catwalk right alongside of them, and then that takes you over. You know, takes you over to medical.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Sorry. Doorbell.
Oh no, don't answer the door. It's the doorbell serial killer. Replace these. You'll notice a slight change as we go outside to the beautiful sunny weather around here, Triton. Tiger leopard panties, cow helmet. Hey, any bag of seeds is a good bag of seeds. This is so bad. Change these.
Sorry about that.
Hey, welcome back.
Hate people that knock on the door.
Especially when they say land shark. The guy knocking at the door the other day here was the, "Hi, we're doing work around the corner. Want to know if you were interested in a quote?" To which, of course, I respond with, "Hi, may I see your borough solicitation license?" Because at that point, they just have to sit there and go, wait, how does this guy even know that exists? And what is the fine for not having one? And the answer is, the fine for not having one is $300 per person that's soliciting in the borough per day, per incident. And believe me, sir, I'd be more than happy to report you, because anybody that gets reported and pays the fine lowers our property taxes. So
yeah, it only incentivizes people to report people when you.
Yeah, when you think about where the money goes, and you're like, Yeah, all right, sir. Well, here's what's going to happen. Can I have your business card? Because I'll be filing a complaint for soliciting without a license. Did you see the hangar I built for the shuttle? To go over there to Silly Towers?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's the Lance Corporal Jones hangar up here at the by the aim here end. I have to put a staircase in and a door. As soon as we move the batteries, I'll enclose the front wall a little better. I put 2 merge blocks on the batteries so that we could move them. And it's a matter of whenever somebody thinks we're ready to do it. But we can slide those batteries right there into CIC without losing a single one. We just have to, we need 2 moves, one to get it off the wall, and then another one to spin it so that it's like a big schnoz on the front of a ship so that it can slide it into the opening.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking of better ways to do doors for the top because I saw that like, you know, it's almost not big enough, but I really can't. I was thinking of if we could make a shuttle and then do double blast doors, you know, the big like 3 doors, the 3 by what, they're 3 by 2.
Well, you can make a door
If
as
you
big as you want. It's just
yeah.
pistons and hinges.
Well, no, but if you take 2 of those 3 by 2 doors, then it makes, you know, a 4 by 3 door. You know, just massive door. You understand?
So what you're talking about is putting the hinge doors on like the airtight hangar doors on like a retractable slider.
No. So, okay. Let me give me 1 second.
You saw the door the shuttle went out of.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So where you are, come up just a little bit right here. Okay. So imagine this door. Oh, come in and stand next to me. I'm right here next to you. Turn to your right. Turn to your right. Yep, there you go. Okay. Well, this is where this was.
That door has a bottom.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that's
No,
right. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't.
So imagine this door upside down.
Sideways,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and with another one right next to it. Or, yeah, even better, roll them both sideways. You know, and imagine, you know, it's almost too tall. But then imagine another door right next to it. It would look really awesome. And if we could get a shuttle to fit through it, like, straightways, it'd look really cool. Because you'd all of a sudden, you'd
come
be
down
like,
here and
going
see
to
how big this opening is, because we could do that right down here.
Which where?
Come up to aim here. I have enough space here to do that.
This? Oh yeah, dude, that's way big enough. We could get that. We would actually make it a little bit wider because we would take out this row or this row. And I think we want to take off this row so that yellow line is directly in the center.
But don't forget these batteries are going to move too.
And I just thought those doors are way faster, so imagine how fast it would open.
So just to place it on the outside over here to give you a perspective, this is what the door would look like on the outside. So that's the door on the outside. But we'd have to move it over one more. Let's see how it looks over here.
Close.
Well, that's the problem. You got to put an aiming block down to get it in the right, because the door wants to.
Yeah, here, let me see.
because I can...
Yeah.
It'll let me
No
grab
problem.
it there. Slide back a second.
So you can do the bottom one right there now.
No, it's not letting me. There's something block. Oh, the existing hangar doors. That's what's blocking me.
Oh yeah.
You want to grab that plate that just fell?
Yeah, except it's like 185. Let's see here. Big blast doors. I have them on a tab.
I have it right here.
Oh, cool.
I just need to... there's something blocking it. It's the...
Which way would look better, though? Oh yeah, I'm getting a block too. That's weird. Try just... I think... Oh, it's still these hangar doors, because remember, they're 3. So they occupy 1, and then they go down 2.
Yeah, let me empty my bag a second.
Inventory full.
Alright, so... No, we'd have to get rid of the blocks down here.
No. No, it's these top 2. Look, dude. Watch here. Okay, there we go. Now watch. Oh, fuck, wrong way.
Inventory full.
Okay, there we go. And then now we need some of those parts.
Oh, you're doing it that way? Yeah, see, that won't work.
Why not?
Because that's the exact same door I was trying to fly through initially. It's too narrow side to side.
Okay.
It's got to be the other way, because the ship flying through can get a level flight, but it has a problem with the maneuvering.
Yeah, the side to side stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. So we need to do 6.
Inventory full.
We need to do... Oh, yeah. We do need to take one more off the top or the bottom.
Yeah, and it's easier to take it off the bottom. Because the top, if you put a sign or something on it.
Oh, there's some steel plates over there.
Yeah, I've been trying to pick them up.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, see, if you do it this way,
Inventory
you reduce
full.
the chances of it banging into something as it flies in and out. And that's the biggest problem I had, is it's not it flying out, it's coming back in.
Inventory full.
See, that's too wide.
Low.
You see, it left a gap.
Critical.
Oh, yeah. But we just need to fix that gap. So... Oh, okay. You're going to go that way.
Yeah, because the question is kind of...
So we need to add in... Oh, yeah. Good point. Thank you.
So...
That actually looks really cool, dude. I've never thought about it that way, but that actually works out, too. Look how huge it is. And can you imagine how fast it'll open?
Well, let's finish it and see what it's...
Yeah.
Because in case there's any sort of...
Weird issues.
Well, Yeah, once it's out, once it's built, you know, is it?
Do you have a box in there?
Yeah. But underneath
Where?
the Lance Corporal Jones, it's known. It's called a connector.
Ah,
You just click on the connector's door, and it's.
yeah, I get you. Okay, gate 8 and gate. What's this other gate? Ooh. Gates. Gate 10 and gate 8. So now we need to take those two. And what are you calling this? Lance Corporal Jones?
Hanger, yeah.
Lance Hanger. Okay, Lance Hanger. Save. And now open. Get a little block, a button. Sci-fi button. I just wanted to put it on a button for now.
Okay, well, put it in shuttle mode and take a trip over to the other base. It'll take you a minute to fly there and come back. It's only 7 kilometers.
Oh yeah, give me a sec.
And this way we can see how it flies back.
Okay, there we go. So, a button, and then Lance Hanger. Lance Hanger. Open, close. You ready? And open. Ha, that's pretty cool, dude. Okay, shuttle. Okay, shuttle ready. I need to toggle blocks on. Thrusters all. And then I should just hit disconnect the dock.
No,
Correct?
what you have to do is on the PAM menu,
Oh yeah.
you see where it says
Fly to home or fly to
no, you want to go to continue job. See if the job is
continue
still there.
job? Yep.
No, it's not set. So you have to go to record path and set home then.
Oof.
Yep. Press F3 on the bar.
So F3.
Okay, now it's
Recording.
got position 1. Okay, so now here's the problem you're going to have. You have to lift off and back out slowly and come all the way across the hangar because, or all the way across the Sally port because she's, if you come in too close, the script will try and make this like turn and bang right into the battery wall because it's like, oh, I got to go over there.
Yeah, I get you. So I need to go across to the far side of the Sally port.
Yep. Before you make your left turn.
And can I just turn left to go out?
Yeah.
And then where am I going? To the big towers?
Yeah, we're heading over to Silly Towers, so make a right.
Yep. Hard right. Level out.
You can see it's 7 kilometers. Yeah, the bookmark for it, or do you need it?
I don't see it, but
Keep
I
going.
know where it is around. There's a lot of missile.
Yeah, there is. Turn to the right slightly. It's under 6. Turn to the right more. Keep making your right turn. There you go, you're dead on it. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff out here we need to be clearing out. It had, turn to the right a little more. You're drifting a little.
Where that space pirate beacon is?
Now keep going to the right. Turn to the right slightly. Just a slight right turn. Keep it there.
Oh.
Dead on, you're dead on. You'll see
I see the chasm.
chasm.
the chasm we dug out to the right?
There's the tower. You can see it under 2.5 kilometers. It's visible to you now. You see it?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is come to the right and do a flyby, because that's cool looking. I mean, you could land directly, but you know. But the landing
Nah,
area for
yeah.
this is painted in red. It's directly in. There it is. You see it to your left
I
in red.
see it.
Yeah. Because no one wants to see a ship come in and take off. You want to see it come in, circle the pattern, do a little moving, possibly crash into other shit. Alright, so you got to rest it on the dock. And once it's on
Yeah.
the dock, alright, so come to your left. Keep coming to your left here. Keep coming to your left. Now go forward a little bit. There you go. Alright, once you lock it, it'll say set job. Okay, now you go to stop.
Okay, job. What's that?
Alright, stop path recording.
3 and stop.
Okay, now go to set up shuttle job.
Okay, set up shuttle job. Okay, I see next and back.
So you want to do, hold on, I got to refill my battery. My hydrogen ran out. The settings are things like what do you want it to do at dock 1 and dock 2. So it should sit at dock 1 until you say undock, and it should leave dock 2 when it's empty. So like it should come here deliver its ammo, and then after it delivers its ammo, it should immediately return home. Because you don't want it to sit out here.
Let's see. Okay, so should I just hit next or?
Let me look at the screen. So, next. No, hold on. Did you scroll? You got to scroll down on the screen to change the settings. Come down. Come down.
Okay.
Keep coming. One more. Now cycle through that with the apply button. It should change. There you go. So you want it to see when empty.
On time delay when on ship is full, on ship is empty.
Okay, now scroll back up to next. Or start, whatever it says there.
Next.
Yep. And start now. Okay, and then look at that. It took off automatic.
Let's see the. Ooh, I'm quite liking the little jump up to altitude. Then curve. Not super sweet and graceful, but it's good.
Hey, it's better than a direct, vertical line. Plus, you can see the whole thing.
That's weird. I remember coming in a lot smoother, but it's just doing the jagged little points instead of like smoothing it all out. But then here it goes. There we go.
Now, here's the problem with the doors. We got to see what happens when we get back.
Oh yeah.
Wish we could speed this thing up. But it is just a little shuttle with one engine. I'm sure you noticed, but this color scheme is based on the Marine Corps colors. I made it like a ground sort of thing. The name of the ship, the Lance Corporal Jones, because she's in charge of ammo for the company. A little bit of... Had to do something different.
Yeah.
Can't put industrial orange Harley Davidson colors on everything. But yeah, there's a lot of red out there. So do we need Calum's flyer, or could we do it better with a roving tank? Just to keep the area around here clear for a couple kilometers.
His flyer is perfect. And once we have a little spot for it in the hangar, it's going to be perfect, you know, because it'll just be able to tuck in. Should I be standing by to hit stop?
No, we should let it bang up if it needs to, because that's what we're here to. We want to see how bad it is.
Okay, we're tucking.
Make sure the doors are still open. And they are. And there's nothing in the way around here, man. It's all wide and clear. So let's see what she does.
I wonder if we can figure out a sensor so that when it sees the antenna come within like 100 or 200, meters, it starts to open the door.
Okay, you see how she slewed in like that?
She's coming in. She came in really quick. God damn.
Yep. She slammed into the door.
Did she?
Yeah. She hit the door on the side. It's just I don't know what to do to.
It's because of how close the dock is. Like, I think the dock needs to be a little bit further away.
Well,
so
I don't know
she
if you
understands.
noticed, but I've moved the dock back. The dock started out here.
No, I know, I got you. I think the dock needs to be like up here so that when she flips around, she's not near the doors, or move the doors out further.
Well, here's the other thing I was thinking. We need to undock, rotate it in here, and then have her fly out straight. Like, figure out where it is that she's deciding to make these turns and see if we can, modify that. Because, I mean, it's just a little thing. If we can fix the little thing, it works great. It's not a problem to move it back a little bit further. We got plenty of room in here. But yeah, I think that's all that needs to happen is we just gotta, give her a little bit more room in here. Maybe lift her off, turn around in here. And
no, because it doesn't care about where we turn. All it cares about is that as it gets close to the connector, it just wants to swing around.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, you're like coming back and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, let me spin around, and get to that connector. So I think if we put the connector further up over here, then it wouldn't get the chance. Or if we just move the doors, I think really if we just move the doors one this way, I think we wouldn't even hit, But you did all this work already, so I really don't want to.
Well, as you see, I had resorted to going back to the other doors to give her more room to maneuver.
Yeah.
There's plenty of space in here if it's,
I just have never thought about these doors like this, but it's a really cool double door method.
Now here's the thing to do with
a miner can fit through it.
Well, the thing to do with the doors is get a programming block that detects if something is on the is locked to the connector.
Yeah.
And if it's not locked to the connector, then open the doors.
Yeah.
So that the whole time that she's not here. Because the whole purpose of this is you should be able to hop in this thing and load her up with ammo. I initially had a sorter block here that was pushing ammo into her. My thought was she would always be loaded up with ammo, and as soon as she's loaded, she takes off to the outpost, and she sits there until the outpost is empty. The problem is staying at the outpost is actually a dangerous thing to do, as found out on her first trip when she got shot up 3 times.
Yeah.
Especially because while we're doing it, there's Space Beast going, I don't understand, I haven't been attacked all day. It's like, well, that's because a guy in a ship just flew out here. The game's counter goes, oh, you want to travel? I got things for you to say.
You want to try this?
Yeah. And again, it's a nice looking hangar. You use the, the steel look to make the glow on the lights on the floor.
Oh yeah, this hangar. So did you see the Reddit post? Like a bunch of that guy was asking about like how we mined out this entire thing.
No, I didn't. Did you see the one guy? 2 of those people that signed up already left. Like they came in and just walked away.
That's what a lot of people do, though. Those are the kind of people that are, just kind of looking around.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, no offense. We act like a very camaraderie group. The ones that of us that are like the core group, we're pretty. I don't know if people don't like that sometimes, or if you come in and you like see that and you're like, uh,
I don't know. I mean, if we wanted to offend them, we would just point them to Scotty because his answer is fuck them all. If you can't, I mean, if you can't even figure out how to find the server information, disconnect. Like, how stupid are you going to be? And it's like, dude, I tell them it's here. It's pinned in the channel. Everything's there. And the other thing I tell them is, quite frankly, come on to voice. You know,
yeah,
because I guess that's sort of the thing. If we could get 10 more players who weren't on voice ever, do you really care? You know. And that's sort of Scotty's issue. He's like, why do we want to have 5 people building their own little colony out there on Europa who never talk to anybody? They're on their own Discord and they're just using the server for themselves. And go, well, yeah, I guess that's the point, I mean, if they're not on voice, if they at least come on to voice to chat with, you can, occasionally talk to them. But yeah, if they never come on voice, there's an explosive ship 3 kilometers away.
ooh, explosive.
Yeah, we don't have like any of those.
We do not have any explosives.
Check the big
Oh.
board.
I just want to get Caleb's ship like parked out of the way so that I can do more shit in the runway. So I'm just kind of so focused on getting everything done that I'm like,
Do you have a miner working on ice? Or
no, not at the moment.
I guess John must have done that overnight. Yeah, I'm not happy the way the shuttle turned out to get us into orbit. But, like, I mean, it got us off of Earth, but this planet has a different atmosphere, different gravity as well. It was on our first trip up, we got to 8 kilometers, and I was like, "Whoa, did you just do something?" And that was what we hit. It was like I saw the batteries just flared because he was holding the throttle, and all of a sudden the atmospherics were like, "I need way more power." And we buffeted like 200-300 meters. The heat shield numbers spiked up. Like you could see the moment where the atmospherics were like, "Hey, I'm hitting a layer here, and I can't cross it."
Like, whoa.
Yeah. And I did the numbers. We do not need the additional hydrogen tank, but we do need the second hydrogen thruster. And I can configure that here on the back and make it work. The question at that point then becomes, yeah, but how close are you getting? And it gets down to the point that the first tank isn't going to be drained, but it would be very low. And I would think that if somebody runs into any trouble, like there's a bunch of stuff that spawns, or they got to maneuver, And again, why do you want to take a trip where your result is we can make it there with only 20% fuel?
Yeah.
But I want to move the hydrogen tank from up top down to the bottom because it looks a little goofy that high up.
I was looking at some designs that you merge block with another ship to like get out of orbit and do everything.
Mm-hmm.
But your original ship is a lot smaller, or like atmospheric.
Mm-hmm.
But then you like park a ship. Like you have one ship that can fly in space, and then as soon as you are going into atmosphere, you like merge block into another ship that has like bigger tanks so that you can fly in on that one. I don't know. I saw that. I was like, that's a cool idea. I've never actually thought about having a bigger ship to do that.
But yeah, I loaded up all the seats on the shuttle with food, bottle, oxygen, so there was, in case shit happened, we had supplies of some, whatever would have been needed. Let me go bring up a load from the... I'm really happy with the way the mushroom farm turned out.
Oh yeah, that's such a cool little area.
I added 8 more storage tanks. I don't know if you saw that.
I do not. I
Yeah.
haven't. I don't actually go down there that often.
Well, you know, that's the beauty of a storage system that's working well. You never actually go check it out. Okay. So, let's see what we're missing down here. Probably purple stuff. It's funny, the thing I'm missing is gravel. I mean, you still got to come down and... But yeah, just the idea that you could be, you know, come down here and like yesterday when I came down, um, there was 2,000 bags of algae soy.
Hmm.
You know, I've never seen the production at that scale.
Holy shit! We have 530K steel grids now.
Yeah. Well, the goal is to have 300. And some guy yesterday used up all our iron because he left the job running nonstop.
Hmm. He's probably a smart guy though. There's probably a lot of stuff to do. Try it. Seems like there's iron now though. We have almost. Let me check the board. Almost 600K iron already. Oh, it was 500K when I logged in, and so as the auto miner runs, it'll replenish. I kept damaging my batteries in the last one. I had a block too far down,
Yeah.
so I've now fixed that issue. And it works pretty well now. I'm mining fairly quickly. See how far with this job. 87%. I'm gonna finish up this job in a little bit and move it and then start a new one. Then I'm probably gonna go to sleep and wake up.
You know, we need to find a way to set up a programmable block down here that detects for, you know, like a low amount of water bottles. And when it
I get
does,
you.
opens up the sorter. To let us pull in ice. Okay, let me turn the sorter off. And we don't have to worry about the frickin' water machine draining us dry of ice and filling the base with 1,000,000 packets of water, as it's been known to do.
Yeah, I guess we could start proctologists on doing ice, but the annoying thing is I hate when it just carves up the mountainside. It's really not bad to just go do a little bit of ice myself. What's the tank set? Tanks are completely full.
Yeah, I gotta add another set. I was trying to figure out where to put them that would look cool. I was thinking down the tunnel that I dug out.
Energy low.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe up in the ceiling. I don't know. Where would another row of 4 or 5 hydrogen tanks look cool?
4 or 5 hydrogen tanks.
And that metallic crimson red. And this shuttle, if I build the wall all the way up to the ceiling, I figured like 2 rows of grids, so a wall of glass, so you can see the shuttle come up or down.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can automate this one at all.
The shuttle, or
Yeah. This flight up this passageway is a little, like, it's got to be widened out a block or two to give it some more leverage.
make the shuttle smaller.
And then it'll never make it into orbit. Like the way it is now, if somebody was coming here, I would almost tell them, spawn in on Earth. If I was on, we'd be like, spawn in on Earth, go to the landing pad area. Do you see the blinking light on the tower? Yeah. Okay. Teleport them up to VTS over top of Triton, with a little bit of space magic, and then bring them down here in the shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
If they're, because I think if they walk around the Earth base and get an idea how big, like the mining rig and all that stuff is, like, you want them to, because you don't want their dead body out here. You'd rather if they were going to quit because they're like, this is too big, I don't do this kind of shit, or, like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'd rather their body was stuck out there on Earth where it's, as opposed to here in a cryotube. But you got to admit, though, that drive over roller repair thing there, you were like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, with the glass.
Cool until it kills me, and then I'm gonna fucking cuss it out. I'm gonna, who built this fucking dumbass fucking contraption?
But it's green, it's for vehicles to drive over. It's green for ground stuff. It's right as to the welders. How much closer could it be?
Progress 100% done. It's coming in. It's Crowbar. And he's gone. There he's back.
Yeah, second time's a charm. First time I wasn't in any audio or voice anyway. I could hear you guys. Hey, quick question: are you guys both in the shipyard?
Yes.
Okay, are both of the two auto miners, the Ice Digger and the Ice Queen, still working?
I don't even know where they are.
Well, you have to check the big board, man.
I haven't. They're not.
I'm going to the moon today. I told John I beat him on the moon.
They're not on the big board, dude.
No,
Yeah,
they're
we have
not.
to fix the font on this thing. As the big board
I-
says that there's 5
should-
ships running.
Should they be docking where the other auto miners are?
Yes. Down
Then
on
no,
the-
they are
Okay.
not. I have not seen them, and I've been on for roughly an hour.
And they don't show up on the board where it lists every docked connection.
When I got in, mine was laying on the ground, completely out of energy, and I was like, "You worthless piece of crap."
I still think that part of that is when there's no player or engineer within range, stuff starts to shut down.
And they run into a wall.
Well, or anything happens. I mean, they run into the floor. They run into the floor.
Yeah, that's possible too. All right. Well, I'll come in there for a little while and see if I can find those. Because I had one going out the northwest exit, the vertical miner, and then I had the other one going out the southeast exit was a horizontal miner, which I had just built up. So,
Well, we're definitely got a lot of ice on station right now.
well, yeah.
We're full of hydrogen.
Okay, well that's good. That's why I set them to mining what they were going after. So, all right, I'll get engaged and see if I can go find those.
Trying to figure out where's a spot to put up a couple more hydrogen tanks.
Right on top of or attached to the other hydrogen tanks.
Yeah, but is that cool? Is that what people expect? Don't people expect better?
You expect better, but
Our hardcore fan, they expect better. I say it all the time, man. I get these emails at the end of every 4 hours, and it's like, can't you people just say something like you suck or,
We suck. How's that? It just looks like another. Jeff will be very happy. Another Satisfactory update. Probably some more bug fixes.
Yeah, bug fixes aren't updates.
No, that's true. That's true. It's oh shit, we gotta fix this before everybody finds out about it.
Well, I mean, the sad part about all the updates and stuff in the game is separate from the fact that it needs a dedicated server. Because it's just...
if they could just figure out the dedicated server, I think the game could improve quite a lot.
Well, I think the other problem is, though, that game's never going to sell... that game sold, what did it sell, 1 million copies? Valheim beat it by a huge amount in seconds, and I think because of the multiplayer.
Oh yeah, nowadays multiplayer is something that's you have to have it.
Oh, hey, I
Like
was.
look at
Go
oh
ahead.
go on.
No,
No, you're fine.
okay, thanks. I just, before I forget about it, and you know that's going to happen because I'm at advanced age anyway. Last night I was on till probably about 1:30
Energy
in the morning
low.
here.
132, but yes.
Okay. Well, somebody came on the Discord. Skippy, maybe was his name?
Yeah.
Something like that. And said, just hung around for a couple minutes to just chat, and hey, he said he was playing Factorio. But he came over onto the Shipyards server just to say, oh, you're playing Space Engineers. And I went, yep, yeah, I am. In fact, if you're coming in this game, I'm just gonna get ready to get out because it's like 1:30 in the morning here. He says, well, it's 2:30 where I am. I said, oh, okay, East Coast guy, huh? He said, yes. But I never heard of him before, and I just wanted to let you know that it might be somebody new uh, coming in to check things out.
Well, that goes back to the thing that we were talking about, just a few minutes ago with the people who, like the guy who played for 16 minutes. There are people who haven't logged in here for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I still count them; they're part of here. But then they show up, and it's like how much are we supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
hey, it's our long lost distant cousin, welcome back, get in the kitchen and help make food for the party. Like, what's the
The limit.
yeah, like especially when like who was the guy who was the guy that there were two guys. One made a whole bunch of blueprints, one of which Scotty copied, like some
Fulcrum?
was that Fulcrum, the blue
Yeah,
bomber and stuff.
yeah,
And
the
he
Fulcrum
and he
guy.
was the guy who was like, I played on a server where they were annihilating us every day with combat, and as soon as the drones combat, and it was like, dude, this is hardcore PvE server. As soon as the combat starts, this guy's gonna bail, and that's exactly what he did. And it was like, well, shit, man, do we just want to kick the guy the fuck out? Because it's like he's gonna build all kinds of shit, and like people are gonna love it, and then they're gonna get mad that he left, and is that gonna make people hate the fact that we play this way? You know,
He's a really good player, Fulcrum.
yeah, but it was like, I don't want any of my creations to ever be destroyed. Kind of style. I was like, all right, well, I mean, that's a shame because that doesn't fit, you know. Part of having the shit destroyed is what causes you to go out and have to build more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whenever you guys are ready, I put the merge blocks on the batteries. We can move them in here. And I guess wherever we put them in ops will just become part of the decoration that will influence the natural flow of, how this place gets built out.
I don't know. I'm just doing some mindless work on the ceiling, smoothing it out.
It can be relaxing.
No energy.
Well, I'm almost ready for Caleb to move his ship in here. The miner's working on the second part today, and as soon as that's done, it's good to go.
Cool. Yeah, when I was flying the one miner in last night from the end where Caleb's ship is parked, I was looking at the, because it kind of veers off a little bit to avoid Caleb's ship and goes into the area that you mined out, and it looks like there's like a finger sticking out that's high up where the miner went in above, and then it might have skipped a hole and came down. But it's like this long row of voxel out there.
It's been fixed. That's already gone.
Oh, cool. Very good. I knew you'd take care of it, but I just wanted to mention it in case you hadn't noticed it. Yeah, so why did I have to? Because I'm an idiot. Right. Well, John left a little bit early last night. but I don't think it was for a good reason. So it was like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got to get off. I think there's some situation going on, so I'm gonna have to find out what's going on. I think his family, somebody might have had an accident or something.
That's the beauty of multiplayer. You could be all ramped up to do something, some emergency happens,
You gotta go.
and you roll with it.
Hmm.
Okie dokie. I just changed my miner to go 50 meters deep. It's 20% done with that job. It's going to take quite a while to work on that job, so.
Okay, there's 1,300 shakes in that one dispenser.
Wow.
Yeah, but again, if you get 10 people on here at one time, you know, on a busy whenever day kind of thing, they could all, you know, hundreds of them could be going.
If Caleb comes on and my drill bot is done, can you have him move his little miner or move his light cruiser into the pocket?
Sure.
Thank
If
you.
I'm here.
Yeah, if you're here, it's just so that once it's in here, we can get a little bit more room on the flight deck, so I can work on it.
Right. With the rolling welder. Since we don't have a flying one right now, unless somebody built one.
Nah, we don't. But then I can start working on an alcove for the rolling welder rover too.
Well, and again, we need to start, you know, we got that tower out there, which is obviously taking stuff down. But, you know, we need I don't know. I asked it earlier. I still think it'd be cool to set up a couple, you know, we need a couple tanks. Either roving or flying, because this stuff on the ice doesn't need you to fly. And it's a lot easier on the ice to, you know, drive across, position yourself, and
Hold on.
take out some target.
Okay, we'll see you when you get home.
Yeah, it can fit across. It just needs to go a little bit more forward. Okie dokie. Well, miner is going. I will see you gentlemen later today
Have a great day.
on the
All
other
right, I'll go.
side. My warm, comfy bed is calling me. We'll see you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Three, 7 stairs. Construction cops. I need to build a little wall under here. Trying to put the stairs on the backside of CIC so they go up to. Yeah, that was yeah, if that ship could have been duplicated, I don't know when. It's kind of funny that it was. Because on one hand, I was thinking,
Oh, the Renaissance?
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
it was part of the cleanup where something hiccuped, something I was working on.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if that was the case, it would have been like I would have expected the whole base. But as part of the cleanup that I did, I mean, that ship might have actually, I don't know, because the cleanup wouldn't have duplicated something and thrown it away. I wonder if it got destroyed and the cleanup that I used when I was bringing the stuff and and doing the cleanup, that the like there was just a timing sequence between, like the game deleted it or something. Well, no, then it would have still been there. Like it's an odd thing that it's duplicated and in the wrong spot, but it was the only thing duplicated. You know, like if we flew up there and the whole station was duplicated. Like there was a shuttle that was duplicated, but the shuttle was duplicated inside. But
Well,
that's because the whole station got cleaned up.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you find?
Well, I found the Ice Queen. She's
In good health? Good spirits?
well, it appears to be, but it's got no power, so I'm going to put a couple of reactors on it and get it charging back up.
These are 5 high. 1, 2. So I've just been informed that I do not have to go on the trip down to the grandkids today because they're going to move furniture. And there's not really a grandkid playtime trip. It's like, I hate those, because it's like, well, what are we doing with them? Well, they're in school. Then why are we going? Well, because they got new kids. They got to move stuff around or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, whatever. So I need some work done around here, and I've been unable to find a sheetrock guy, so I have to go place an ad on one of those handyman websites today to get somebody out here. It's surprising how difficult it is to get someone. 2, 3. I don't know, I'll come straight up here. It'll be less. I don't know, I made the turn down below. I came up, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I went up 2, made the turn, and came up 3. Because otherwise, how do you come up 5? So now the question is 1, 2, 3. If I make the turn here, I can come up 2 from this one. Where the hell's that put me? Yeah, I guess I gotta make the turn. You can't come up 5 flight of stairs. That's a little too much. Because then somebody takes the stairs and they're like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah, and you can't have them thinking that.
No way. No way.
Energy low.
And there's a corner. Here's the other corner to make the turn. And then come up there. I'll be right back.
energy critical. No energy. Your health is low. Your health is critical.
The other guy.
God damn, did I just die somewhere? What the fuck?
Did you run into yourself?
I don't know. I was upstairs on the thing.
Oh,
I have no idea. Now I gotta see, do I have a body bag?
hmm.
Shit. I do.
Okay, well that's
All right,
good.
let's get
I
the
mean,
hell.
I died, but it's good that you can get your stuff back.
Yeah, well, if I can get the fuck out of Calem's bullshit maze here. Seriously, man. He's about to get a goddamn hole drilled in the side of his ship. He needs to shut that survival kit off. You know,
He's got a. What's the survival kit doing? Is it?
it's sucking people who would have otherwise spawned in the base.
Oh,
You know, it's the same thing with the guns. In my humble opinion,
Okay.
You need to name your shit, because if the shit's not named, it's causing confusion for, if nothing else, the visually impaired members of our community.
Okay.
I realize they are both an underrepresented and silent majority in our community.
Pilot? Okay.
Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
underrepresented and silent members of our community.
Okay. Underrepresented, yes. Silent, not so much. But present company is accepted.
Picked
And
on,
well,
picked on quite a bit.
well, by Calum, yeah.
Persecuted.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that you're necessarily persecuted.
Or silent.
Well, no, definitely not silent, Jim. Come on, it is.
Ouch. Ouch.
Well, everybody's entitled to an opinion, and you have one, and you're not afraid to say what it is. So
I don't want people to. But see, that's why. I have no like. When we left orbit, like I was very concerned about going up to put that satellite antenna up there yesterday, because part of our thing was we ain't coming back here unless we really need something. Like we were going down to go rescue that ship and come bring it right back. And I was like, all right, well, let's take the rover. Like I didn't realize we were going to be building a whole friggin' enterprise down here and be here for 3.5, going to almost 4 weeks. Because none of this is planned.
Yeah.
It just happens ad hoc. It's like the thing with the batteries, or like the laser antenna. Laser antenna needs line of sight, and it's like, okay, well, where are we going to put it? Well, he came up with the idea of ops, and it turned into, well, let's put the big board behind it, because that'll look cool, and the stuff just evolves.
Okay.
I think.
Found,
go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. I should have waited, but I found the ice digger.
If you're waiting for me to stop talking, you'll be waiting a long damn time.
Okay, well, I found the ice digger. It appears to be in good shape also.
Was it not set to broadcast?
Probably not.
Yeah, then that's why it didn't show up on the job board.
Although I thought this one had been, because this is the vertical or the horizontal, no, the vertical miner that was laying on the welding rack for the longest time, and then it got dragged off to the side. And yesterday, before John left, we started uprighting the thing with John's patented lever method, and then he had to leave, so I finished it off. I got it all going again, stuck it up on the wall to charge, and then took it out and set it up.
Did you change its name?
It already was Digger.
Oh, Digger. I'm sorry. I thought you said Ice Princess and something.
Oh, Ice Queen. That's
Queen.
the other one that I built yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's another one of those 6 drill horizontal atmospheric powered behemoth. It's kind of like your Christine, but it's the atmospheric version of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Aquila is, I think, the name of the actual model that ISL gave it.
Well, what I've started doing with everything that I get is I'm eliminating everything that has the copied ship's name in it.
Okay.
Like if the name of it, if you look at the if you look at the Lance Corporal Jones, all the ships, all the groups are named either LCJ or something, right, so that they're not.
I noticed that with Digger. Digger's got everything just about renamed from the original name, which was like MXIZI or some crazy thing like that, to Digger.
Yeah.
So.
Because again, I did not believe it when you brought it up, and we've seen it time and time again. Every time we get a little lackadaisical on stuff. And there's other ways that we get, lazy with it. Like as an example, the containers. We've got it with the collectors right now. We've got it with the containers. If we don't get a naming standard system in place, somebody's standing there going, well, container 38 has something I need. Where is it? It's like we have no idea. Because we don't. All right, I have stairs going up to CIC. Like even this big board, I would not have thought to put the railing in front of it, but he wanted to do the CIC thing, and
Mm-hmm.
like Callum's busted elevator thing is still here.
Oh, his tray,
Yeah.
his slide out tray for the rover.
Yep.
Are you going to build another copy of the rover?
I would love to. I mean, do we want to do something different?
Well, I was thinking maybe we do one that, doesn't have the drill stuff on the front of it, just as a regular rover. But
Like you want to take the hinges off, or you want to do a whole different design from scratch?
Well, I kind of like the design of that one. And, the trailers are kind of a nice, I wasn't that happy with the trailers, but, since they seem to be working better, it's a good alternative.
I think we need to change the trailers. Here's the thing, my problem with all of those vehicles, though. They're not container integrated.
Energy low.
Had to go to container left, container right, back container. Like the hinges aren't integrated into the system. Like if we were to build it from scratch, all of the storage system would be integrated.
Mm.
And I think the problem with our building it from scratch is we literally have to make a commitment that says, okay, we are gonna put the greeblings on this before we say it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't greebling it, and that's where like the ISLs and some of the other stuff are way more interesting, because like he put on the extra hinge parts,
Yeah.
and he put on a spare tire and the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and you sit there and it's like, well, when are you ever going to use that ladder? And you go, it doesn't matter, you have the parts, and it makes it look better. And if you don't like okay, so you and I built the 1040. I mean, John, I don't remember how much John helped with that or not, but that shuttle, you and I started that because I said, hey, there's this one-seater, now we're doing the jet clamp it. Let's eliminate all those. Let's make it a four-seater.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's got an interesting sort of boxy nose on it. I'm reminded of various model cars in the 80s and 90s that were,
Yeah.
that look.
Like the Reliant K car.
Yeah,
Right.
but even like better classes of cars, not the standard government vehicle that, saved Chrysler, but and the thing is, like, does it have any greebling on it? I mean, I'm gonna go stand at it right now and check it out. It's got, it's got the landing gear flange on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
which serves no purpose except to make the thing wider. We've got the numbering on it. It's got the automatic door,
Energy critical.
the little signs, welcome aboard. Like, it's got a little bit of stuff. And then, like, all the avionics are up front in the cockpit. And it separates the two chairs. Like, it's got just, like, it evolved. Like, even the way we came up with the system for the engines. You came up with that weird, placement for the O2H2 generator. If you hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to put the tank where it is and have, I mean, we have 18 engines around that tank.
Yeah, we do. Okay. That must be where that one.
But you look at the 18 engines, we've got those diagonals on the top that hide them. Because if you look from the side, this thing is square on the top. But if you look at it from the top, it's angular for the exhaust vents for the engines on each side of the battery. Like, there's just a little bit of... That's why that tank has to move.
It's got some character. It really does.
Yeah.
It's not the red box that you go flying off to the planet on.
But that's why that tank has to move.
The top one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can put it down here on the bottom. Matter of fact, I'm just going to move it right now because I know what we got to do to move it.
Okay.
But before we move it, I need to... okay. I know.
No
I
energy.
Are you working on something?
Actually, I'm just going out here to check on this one, and then I'm coming right back in. So
I have a question for you whenever you come back.
shoot it at me now. What do you mean?
So, the shuttle. My thought was like 2 blocks and then big plates of glass, 2 blocks, big plates of glass to fully enclose its coming in path, descent path. Just to, you know, and then I would like to build, because again, you know, the conversation where we had that video the other day, you know, Outwit brought up the thing of, well, why aren't we making this look so much better that we could make a video walkthrough of it? And part of it would be, you know, like when we do the TP command to bring people here. I think that someone who says they want to play with us here should have voice. Otherwise, send them to Alpha 1. And if they appear here, I think they should start on Earth, because they should walk around Adventure Discovery and see how big that is to get an idea of building something large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right.
Because we lose a lot of people who look at that. Wait, why do we want them to go there? Because I think we want to lose them there.
Yeah, get them, rather than have them come here and start something easy, get them used to the idea that, hey, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and maybe if I'm not up to the challenge, I should go somewhere else. And
better their bodies left on Earth instead of out here in a cryopod.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, I agree 100% on that part of it.
So then we can
All right.
we TP them to VTS, because we're not going to put them through the ordeal of a 16-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
So now we TP them to VTS, and that shuttle physically brings them down here. So they get the ride down here. When you get here, I'd like to make sort of the immigration embarkation center sort of tunnel.
Okay.
And then conversely have you're leaving the station tunnel. And the people coming into embarkation kind of have to go to medical. So my thought was how to get them from the shuttle area over to medical. I mean, we could move medical, but medical's kind of cool where it is, because now we have one on each end of the tunnel.
Yep. Urgent and medical.
Yeah, we have Charlie and Athena here. I could build an elevator that goes up to the beams on the roof. And then we put a walkway across the beams, and then you go down to medical, the inspection station area sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. Or I could do it under the floor, and then change, like where I have the 9x9 grids and I have the lights. I could put those lights on top of glass blocks. And then this way you're walking over from here to medical and you're going under a tunnel. And I've been to airports where I've seen both. I'm just trying to figure out what would look coolest. And what's the sort of thing that if I do it and it's shitty, somebody else can easily come behind me with a grinder and go, let's redo this better. You know,
well, okay, they're going to come down on the shuttle through the doorway, the roof, into the area here that's currently kind of sort of gridded out, and then, crap, I just ran out. Anyway, while I'm running along, so do we want to kind of hide things from them and then have them do a big reveal, because then we want them underground. But if we don't want to do that, we want to kind of have them walk from, disembarkation from the shuttle over to medical, where they kind of get processed into the base.
Yeah, like put a couple scanners over there. We could make it a little.
Yeah, put an elevated walkway across. That way, they, as they're going along, they can also look across and see, oh, look at that, and look at that. And then once they get to medical, after they're done getting processed in, they
Claim a
can go
cryopod.
out. Yeah, they can go out and investigate further the stuff that they got the little taste of as they were walking across that elevated catwalk.
Yeah, and the benefit of the elevated catwalk is they're going to see a couple things flying by as they go.
Hmm. Yeah, there's that too. There is that and that and the other thing.
Yeah. And then the question is, do you want to make it? Do we make it stairs, ramps, or an elevator?
Hmm. To go up from
The
shuttle
shuttle
land.
up to the ceiling. If we're doing the ceiling look, because the ceiling thing could be a catwalk with glass walls and be kind of interesting. You know.
Yeah, I like the stairs that they have in this game, and I think I prefer stairs because you can always use them. Well, an elevator, yeah, that'd work without hydrogen, but you're hoping that these people will be coming in with their tools and their equipment on them, but if they don't have that stuff, then they're going to be able to hoof it up there without a hydrogen bottle and you know
Yeah, and one of the things that came out about that is if we do that and it becomes and we release it, especially if he posted onto Reddit or something, it might serve to attract someone else who's more of a get another like a you or John type creative builder. Who wants to look at the ship or a building and goes, if we change these three walls from here to curved or angles,
yeah,
or hey, let's tear this down and try it with a different paint coat and see if it looks better.
yeah, that's I'm all for having creative people on board, because they're good for when things work good, it's a joy to behold, and when it's not, it's like, oh boy, this is a real train wreck. Let's get to work on fixing this up. Well, we can make it better, and we can fix it. So, all right. I'm at the grinder pit. It looks like it's in pretty good shape.
Were you reminded, or did you forget how big that was?
Oh, the one up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one looks puny, but it's been serving our purpose. We don't need to have a gigantic one to get the ships ground up we've been hauling some pretty big ships in here too. It's a little bit more work to do them the way, and if you got somebody that's a little bit more careful with the equipment, you probably won't have to do quite as many repairs. People are going to fly the way they want to fly no matter what you do. So, and I do have blueprints, so if we need another lifter ship, if nobody else steps forward, I can always build another Annie. Okay. I'm gonna.
Memphis Belle, isn't it the name of the second ship that dropped the second atomic bomb?
No, Memphis Belle was a B-29. No, not a B-29.
A B-17?
Yeah, it was a bomber that did they were the first crew to do the required number of missions and survive, so that they could rotate back to the United States. They
The
flew,
20 runs.
right, and then they were the Army took full advantage of them. It's like, hey, these are the guys that did it, and then they brought the plane and the crew back to the United States, and they used them for propaganda and recruiting. But that's what the Memphis Belle was. It was a B.
Didn't they make a movie about it where the plane didn't make it, the thing had the ditch coming back on the in the grass fields, and the pilots wound up walking back or something?
Well,
What was that? There was a movie about that where
yeah, there was a movie called Memphis Belle, and I believe Matthew Modine was in
Like,
it.
I remember a scene where they were, like, trying to decide to ditch the wounded as they were coming in because they figured the plane was going to crash. At least if these guys are ditched somewhere, they might not get made worse.
Yeah, they might survive, you know. And we're pretty sure they're not going to survive if we crash, but
Yeah.
if we throw them out of the plane and they float down on a chute, they've
Somebody
got
might
their,
see the chute and go after it.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course, my thought was you're sending somebody down on a chute in a stretcher. Who the hell's going to find that in the woods? Like it was very interesting. I did not know that was historically accurate. Like, I assume Save a Prime Riven has no historical accuracy in it at all. You know.
Yeah, I love it when they put at the beginning of a movie, based on a true story. Yeah, which means it has absolutely no truth in it at all. but it's based. I mean, we got the idea from the true story. Now we're going to take and run with it completely different direction. But all right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave those two ships are still parked up cozy in their holes out on the ice, and charging. I'm going to go over and check on the moon base and see how that's going. And I told
Did that server get restarted after the crash last night?
Which one?
Alpha 1?
One? I don't know. I'm assuming it did. I just,
I mean,
don't know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the crash last night was definitely it was a hardware update.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was the one where we were all going around. It's not restart time yet. How come we're all? Yeah, okay.
But the
So
beauty of the last restart was it did get a torch update.
Okay.
You know.
Cryopod.
Energy low.
I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee too. Be back in a minute.
Knowing these goobers, I should have built this out of heavy block. How often somebody might slam into this. To finish it? Probably don't. Nope. And I need to recharge anyway. Okay, let's lay out a couple windows. One, two, three, 4, 5. And the problem with that is the biggest windows in game, those are panels. The biggest windows in games are the barred windows. 8s. Wait, why is 8 here? That's a duplicate of what's on bar 1. those different? Vertical, diagonal window, wall, left, right, left, viewport, vertical. Barred windows are from the okay, we can do a 3x3 window.
Okay.
So the biggest window is a 3x3 or a 2x3, and the opening is 5 blocks wide. So that means either you put in 2x3 windows with a center pillar, or you bring the pillars in from the sides and do a center 3x3 window. It's safer to have the 3x3 windows with the center pillars because then it looks like frames.
Yeah. Yeah, plus you got the, you don't have a fat wall and then a window, that's kind of poked in the middle of it. You got 2 windows and the walls are consistent from the corner pillar, the window, the center pillar, and then the corner pillar.
And do windows look better when they're on the inside of the wall or the outside of the wall? Like, is it best to have that ledge, that you could fly by and land on?
On the inside or the outside?
Yeah.
Let's see, where do you want the ledge? I generally prefer to have the ledge on the inside of the building, have the wall of the building be flush and smooth on the outside. But there are arguments to be made for being able to get up there on the outside of the building. But my personal preference is smooth walls on the outside, have the little cubbies on the inside.
Yeah, it was interesting the first time I heard you call these walls barn door walls, or barn doors, because I never thought of them that way.
Inventory full.
Yes, everyone that watches this stream is interested in. That's what half of my viewers on here are about.
So I haven't heard the Animal Crossing sounds lately. Is your wife still doing the stream thing, or is
She well, she went on her trip.
Oh, that's right.
And then when she came back from the trip, she was a little burned out, exhausted from the drive and everything. And it's also she's a little miffed that I didn't take over her stuff while she was gone. And I'm like, I don't play the game. I just, I like the fact.
Isn't that what the kids are for? Or do they have their own worlds and they're too busy with that to do hers too?
I'm gonna
remember when,
go ahead,
go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm gonna frame
Yeah.
this out, but I'm assuming a ship is gonna fix this thing. Because if I'm making the commitment to that door from over there, then this whole thing's gonna get blocked in. So, like, I don't know. I guess I should put like a service door back here or something. And do we still need the connection up top?
Oh, the one that the miner was using to deposit the stuff?
Yeah.
Is it built, is it recessed into the wall of the tunnel? Like, is it at one of the corners where
It's at a corner.
It's not taken up?
It's at a
Okay.
corner.
I think we ought to leave it up there. Maybe we want to cap it off, but having an extra port up there is never a bad thing. Why did you want to take it down?
No, I actually don't know what to do with it. What I'm thinking is, like on one hand, I'm thinking making it like a bigger base gun up there. But
Well,
that defeats the purpose of building a ship with a gun on it.
Yeah. One of the things that would be convenient, and I know I used to use the port that you first put up there, the connector that was on the piston for Scotty's heavy metal ship.
Yes.
When I used to go up there with the little grinder ship that I got, and I would be grinding up the stuff up there, I would use that one to drop off the parts, so I didn't have to fly all the way back down the hill into the base to land on a connector to offload parts. It's real convenient, and since that's where a lot of the stuff was raining down, it made the travel times a lot less between when you were, pull up and heading off to go dump the parts. So
100% with you on that.
that would make it a lot easier if we're going to continue to do that.
Well, that's one of the things I think we definitely don't have a good grasp on, is like having a ready, like a trash truck, tow truck kind of lifter thing to pick stuff up.
Energy.
We could actually have a few because, I guess if you have like a grinder ship, it could, serve both purposes as being a lifter ship too. As long as it does the job well, I'm not much a fan of jack of all trade ships. I think specializing, plus it gives you more ships to park around the base. Well, we got a lifter ship, and we got a grinder ship, and we got a welder ship, and then we got all of these miners, and we got a shuttle, and this and that, and the next thing. Whereas, well, we got a ship it's a grinder, it's a welder, and it's a lifter. Okay, and then we got, 4 of these same miners over here. I think variety is, like they say, the spice of life. So having,
That was one of my wedding vows.
Oh. And your wife said, no.
No, I wasn't allowed to write my own vows, no. She was allowed to write her own vows, though.
Energy critical.
Of course.
She took out the vow obey.
On hers, yeah.
Yeah.
She put it in 3 different times on yours, didn't she?
Let's see. Yep. All right, I'll be back in a minute.
Your health is low. Health critical.
Hey, what the hell is going on here?
They're off. God damn it, did I freaking die? Where the hell's my shit at? What was I doing? I was running over here to recharge. Friggin' died. Holy crap. You know, cut me some slack sometime, game. But no.
Not today, Zerg.
Here's my body. Yeah, that's a timer I wish we could control. Alright. Now, how many spaces is it this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Okay, 13. So how do we put windows in a 13 by 13? Or a 13 across. If we do threes, then it's 3, 6, 9, and there's spacers. Which is 10, 11. If we do double spacers, 12, 13. Then it's 2 blocks, a 3 window, 2 blocks, a 3 window. So 1, 2, 3, 2 spacers, 1, 2, 3, 2 spacers, 1, 2, 3. How does that look? Does that achieve mission cool or no? And then I'm just going to put a, we're not doing the elevator, I'm doing the ramp stairs with the lights, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so there's like ramp, ramp, turn around, ramp, ramp, turn around, go up, ramp, ramp. Okay.
Ramp. Rant and rave.
Okay. Okay, so there's a 3, 2 spacers, and a 3, and 2 spacers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
I don't know, should I do half blocks all the way inside so there's just a little bit more shuttle maneuvering room? Or do you think there's enough room in the shuttle to space there to maneuver? Because I think once you're through the doors, you're just straight down. It's not a... But I don't know how other people see it.
Inside the room, after you're through the doors up above?
Yeah. I mean, if you've made it through the doors, you have more than enough room to maneuver.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
1, 2, 3. Oh my God, look at that. The beam that I put across as my walkway beam when I was building, 1, 2, is one of the support beams coming across. That is so friggin' horseshoe in your pants, man. I'm telling you, if we had met years ago, we would have made money selling horseshoe wearing condoms.
You'll always get lucky.
So like all good projects in Space Engineers, I am not going to haul all these materials. You have to build a ship to carry stuff. I made the comment the other day, which was surprising because, well, apparently it surprised Space Beast. when I said my entire toolbar was full.
Hmm.
You know, and like I kind of think he was like, you know, like almost like, we'll just go to the next tab. It's like, no, they're all full. You know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, mine are on the moon here. I'm not maxed out, but on our game, I think I've got some doubles that I need to go through and manage, and I've got stuff on there that I used it once. Now it could probably be reallocated, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. And what does he have? Two things on his toolbar? Food and drink?
well, like I've seen people with like I don't know where they get it from because I've never actually seen it in game myself, but like some rotary dial kind of selector. And that's kind of interesting. I would never use that because like I need to like know that I'm on toolbar 4. You know, I'm currently working on, you know, like if I'm working on conveyors, it's toolbar 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I just know that. Armor blocks, toolbar 1 and 2. Well, armor block. All right, well, what kind? Light or heavy, pal? Well, heavy. All right, toolbar 2. You know, but toolbar 1 and 2 are duplicates. The only difference is light and heavy. More steel. All right, this is pretty much framed out. It, of course, needs a paint job. But recharge. I think we're 30 minutes to maintenance. So I have to feed myself lunch, but there's no working microwave because that magnetron still hasn't come in yet. So I can't reheat dinner.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I offered to order a pizza, but I'm the only person here that's going to eat. Because the other one's answer is, I'll just make myself ramen. And it's like,
Okay.
are you going to put anything else in it? Nope. Like I have all the windows on 6. I mean, the 6 itself has no meaning to me. But the fact that they're all on 6 makes it easier for me to know, you know, I'm looking for a window.
Sounds like an old department store.
Yeah,
Windows.
yeah, kind of.
Remember when you used to walk into the store and there the announcer would be going, or the music would begin to, and please visit our ladies' lingerie department on 4, or whatever it was they were pushing that week. No, they're not. Okay, so I gotta reset it. Calendar too. Now, I have a question for you about your toolbars. Do you have tools on each toolbar?
No.
Okay.
Toolbars are on 1. Tools are on 1 only. I don't flip back. I had done that on previous gameplays, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was always, you know, every tool. And part of my reason for doing that was I was solo play the same way that I play here. So, like, there was a forever need to get to your rifle to fight off wolves or spiders.
Yeah, see, I have, I put the welding torch and a grinder on all of the toolbars so that 1 and 2 are taken up. And then toolbar 1, I have all 3 tools and a rifle on there. So, less flipping back and forth.
Yeah, see, toolbar 1 for me is welder, grinder, hand drill, rifle, paint gun. So, and then it's the light armor blocks, and then toolbar 2 is in the exact same slots, the heavy armor blocks, but because the tools aren't there, it gives me a chance to put in the wave and of course the official faction salute.
Is that the shoulder shrug?
The bite me, yeah. And then button 3 at that point becomes blast doors, and then 4 and 5 are light and heavy rounds, and then 6, 7, 8, 9 are the matching heavies. So I'm using my first 5 slots on 1 and 2 for things, all of which I could put on button bar 1. But, you know, it's I think it's like anything else, it's a personality thing.
Well, it's, you know, one of the things that you could get to personalize in the game, and you can set it up however you want.
Yep. All right. You want to look at this, or have you left Shipyards yet?
Yeah, I'm already on the moon.
Okay. One of these people are going to realize that they're stupid jobs are interfering with gaming. When have you ever said that?
I don't think I've ever said that before. I may have thought it a number of times, but I don't think I've ever said it because, like, yeah, I had a job for a long time too, and it was like that, you know, you got to do that so that you can do this. But I also burned a lot of midnight oil playing games when I probably should have been sleeping. But luckily the job wasn't so demanding that I couldn't get it done and still be sleepy, you know.
I love John walking around. Where are all the oxygen bombs?
Yeah, well, we had a whole boatload of them, and they all got, you know, I think that's one of Outwit's joys in life is, ooh, I get to grind up stuff. I'm
Well,
gonna take these apart. We can repurpose some of the parts, and yada yada yada.
I mean, hell, man, somebody wants to run Izzy's. They just got to go, I don't know, I don't know, just go run it. Get a few people to say, hey, we're doing it, you know, like that sort of thing. Like, there's
Yeah.
no friggin' against it. It's just, I enjoy some of these challenges because, like, I think it takes some stuff away.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, with Outwit, with his minimalist production thing, you know, he doesn't want to have the 500,000 units of steel plate on hand. He, you know, he wants to be able to, like, well, just give me 10,000 because that's all I can pull at one time.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's
really?
one of those just-in-time kind of guys, you know, like
Yeah.
that, you know, I need it, so we'll start making it. It'll get here just as I need it, and then we won't have to store it, which, you know, that works sometimes, but, you know, there's other times when it's like, oh, shit, I never anticipated that one, so we're going to need to have it, and then you got to wait around for it. I mean, that's one of the things a certain other individual would always bust me about is like, well, you got 10,000 units of this stuff sitting around and you'll never use it. It's like, well, I have it, yeah. And if I do need to use it, I've got it. You know, it's not like, you know, I got to go out and find this stuff. Oh, but you got to store that stuff. And I was like, you know what? Fine.
Energy
Yeah, that's
low.
true. But it's the way I play the game, so. Okay, so what is this?
Buffalo sauce contains eggs.
Buffalo. So you mean like buffalo chicken sauce?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Energy critical.
Energy critical. Hell, I was just standing here welding for the past 20 minutes without my energy bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
So I get this bullshit text message with a
Jim, is there a way to change the color of the beacon signals?
which beacon signals?
Like the beacons that are on the ship, like that we've got on every one of our ships. That's not what we're hoping to.
Yeah, hold on 2 seconds. You mean the way you see it or the color of it?
The way you see it on the display. Like sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're green.
Well, they're green if they're part of your faction.
Okay.
Yes, let me see if I remember how to get to that menu. Because H is the one that changes it.
Well, H is the one that just it eliminates them. It's like
Yeah.
it gives you the different levels of intensity for the signals that are displayed.
Yeah, Control H brings up a virtually useless performance menu.
Hmm.
Alt H is the same as H. Yeah, the thing you're looking for is
Not available at the time.
no, it's the color of the. I'm pretty sure there was something about that. Because it's
Is it maybe a faction thing? They're all of the same, but you could change it in the faction menu? Let's see. Hmm. Hmm.
um, Andy Cap hot fries.
Hmm.
Why did Andy Cap get associated with hot fries?
Because they're a snack food producer, and hot fries are Andy Cap's fries were they're like a potato. They look like a French fry, but they're like a crispy extruded potato thing, kind of like a Cheeto.
No, but Andy Cap, the comic, the lovable British guy who would go around drunk and getting beat by his wife every night.
Right. I don't know how
Who
that
apparently
happened.
lived off of welfare his entire career. The British welfare system. You know, the lovable role model.
Yeah, I don't know how he got associated with it, but it's been a thing for years and years and years, as far as I remember.
Yeah. So, on something over here, and now I forgot what it was too. I'll look it up during maintenance. I know there was a way to see it, and part of seeing it was the way to change it. I just do not remember. Okay, so which roof beam do we want the catwalk to follow? The one that's alongside the sally port? Or the one that's in the back by the welder wall?
Okay, the beam that's along the sally port is the one that has the wind turbines attached to it?
Yeah, but I can attach them. So for a portion of this beam, it would go from being a solid beam of armor blocks, because those look like a beam. Needs to be painted better, but it looks like a beam. I could change it from that to you know, to the catwalk along that section, or I could have it attached to it. But since it's a glass floor and a graded floor, like, it won't affect your visibility. And nothing should fly at that level, because if you're flying at that level, you're hitting the beam anyway.
Right. Well, I think, let's see.
Or if I put it over the one in the back.
Well, if it's in the back and we're trying to give these people kind of a panoramic view of the base, having it out along the sally port would be better.
Yeah, it's which is more impressive.
Yeah.
Plus, we're always going to dig back into the base or go dig another one.
Yeah.
Well, can always change it. Sign. Please change your ship's name to grid. Please change your connector's name. You know, all those fun, useful tip messages.
Please put a beacon on it. If you want to keep it, then you better put a beacon on it. No, that's not working.
Alright. Settling down for maintenance. It's 1 minute. In the cryopod. An interesting morning there.